This has been on my mind lately. How do you keep your job this year? In this video, I'll be giving you some tips and some practical advice that you can use at work. But before I get started, let's go into this video that I found online. I thought this explained teamwork in such a beautiful way. So you might be thinking, what could I possibly learn from that video she just played? Well, if you look at the ants, the goal was to get the food to the nest. And this year is going to be a very tough year. Whether we like it or not, we are going into recession and the interest rates is going to pick up as well. That's going to leave a lot of frustrated business owners, a lot of frustrated managers, and a lot of frustrated supervisors. So how can you safely navigate this space so you still have a job? Firstly, do what is expected of you and above. What I mean by this is, if you are hired in a clothing store, say you work in the men's division, and your job is to increase sales or create an awareness of the specials that you have, and the men's division is a bit quiet that day, what you can do is look around for opportunities. If you see a customer in the kiddies department, you can go over and just see how best you can assist the person. You will have to be somebody that tries to navigate the work environment and see opportunities for you of how you can assist your company. It might mean you sharing their adverts on your WhatsApp. It might mean you sharing their post on your social media feeds, or you just chatting to a friend if they have a need for this product in their life. It might mean you filling the photocopier machine with paper, or you taking a broom to sweep the floor. Whatever it is, you need to look for opportunities of how you can assist the company. And in that way, you'll be creating an opportunity for you to remain gainfully employed. Because if a supervisor had to look at downsizing staff, the first thing he's going to do is get rid of staff that are dead weight. And what I mean by dead weight, staff that instead of being proactive at work and assisting and seeing how best they can help the company for the day, are on their cell phones. I'm somebody that understands that there is a God, and one day we'll all have to be accountable for our actions and our deeds on earth. So apart from knowing that whatever I did at work, I will one day stand accountable to God for whatever I did, I also took that company that I worked for as my very own business. I saw it as my very own business. So if that company was prospering, I would have a job. So it always pushed me to go over and above what was expected of me. And every single one of my employers saw the value that I brought to the team, saw that I went over and above what was expected of me. And it was not just for a pat on the back, but because I always saw the bigger picture, because I knew the role that I had to play in that company kept those company doors open. And even if it wasn't my task and if somebody was off sick, I was always quick to assist the client, or quick to fill in, or quick to see how best I can help them to get over that hurdle or to deal with that backlog for the day. So also just having like just a pleasant disposition. We had a family wedding and I never really get my nails done. Um, so I had to go in and get my nails done to look all ladylike for the day. Nail technician that sat across from me was so sour and made me feel as though she was actually doing me a favor by showing up for the day. And I realized I would not be able to sit across somebody with such a nasty attitude for 1 hour to get my nails done. Um, so I woke up and I said, you know what, I'll get back to you. And I went into another nail bar. And I remember this girl just sitting there and she just had such a beautiful smile on her face. And, sometimes we underestimate the power of a smile. And so I asked her, can I make an appointment? And she was so helpful and she got me seated and she got my nails done. And it was such a pleasant experience. And I referred friends and families to that nail bar. So that's the kind of employee that you need to be. You need to be somebody that's friendly, that you have a smile on. You might not have all the answers, but just by you being pleasant and calming the client down or redirecting the client or trying to get somebody to help with that sales makes such a big difference in customer experience. And also realizing that you got your part to play in the company as well. If you did not have your part to play, there wouldn't have been a job opportunity for you. So I just wanted to leave you with that. Just like how the ants maneuver around, they try to see where they need to fit in to get that food to where it needs to be. And the leader is your supervisor. The leader are your managers. Sometimes sometimes you might be in a situation where you're micromanaging your manager. It does happen. It has happened to me. But the thing is you are in that situation, and even if you have to micromanage them to get to the end result. So when you wake up in the morning, just have a thankful heart and be grateful that you have a job for the day. And the next thing is ask God for wisdom so that you can do your best for the day. Bible, in one of the parables, it talks about a farmer that sowed. So when the farmer sowed, he firstly ensured that he had good seeds. And the good seeds is your attitude and your skill sets that you are taking in. And then he made sure that the ground that you are sowing in was fertile. So the ground that you are is representative of your work environment. If you don't have a good work environment, that is not the end of the world. You can use that job that you have as a stepping stone for you to move forward. You can be sending out your CVs and looking for better opportunities. But don't make the mistake of embracing a bad attitude and embracing and just doing what's only required for you for the day. Do what's expected of you and above, because that supervisor or that manager will one day have to give you a referral, right? So always make sure that when you're leaving on a good note. Sometimes when you get a better opportunity and you leave, employer will actually realize they have lost somebody that was a real gem, right? It might be a life-defining moment for them, or it might not. You never know these days, right? The farmer that was sowing, he had good seeds, he had his skill sets, he had a great attitude, had a pleasant disposition, somebody that wore a smile. Then he entered into a work environment and pushing yourself and getting yourself into a good working environment is so, so important, right? You spend 8 hours of your day at work. You want to be around people that are inspiring you, motivating you, pushing you, seeing the potential in you. So also making sure, and then whatever you do in that work environment has to heal. It has to heal something. Um, there has to be results from it, right? So making sure that your efforts are bringing about a result. Sometimes your employer might call you in and they might give you feedback. The feedback is so important, right? Because when you take that feedback and you don't see it as a personal attack on you, but as feedback to grow you, then what's going to happen is you're going to be a better person moving forward. But while you're waiting, continue to have a positive attitude, continue to be of great benefit to your company. I trust this content has helped you, and you can give me some feedback in the comments below. Thank you.